It was the 5th century BCE, the peak time of the ancient Greek civilization, with many renowned historical figures and countless documents about people's life during that time, especially in the medical field. So, what was a doctor to the ancient Greek? First, doctor is an occupation. Second, doctors work for the benefits of society, similar to artists, and natural scientists. Despite both performing similar job of medicine, Greek doctors were distinctive from Saman, as they used different methods and tools acknowledged by the public. Hippocrates was a renowned and typical ancient Greek physician. He sometimes resided and worked at one town, often moving to another and wandering all over the country. When he's staying at one place, he could come to his patients' houses, or the other way around. When he's moving, he could set a counter at communal places he walked across for people to come by. That's Hippocrates, the typical Greek physician. But what is typical from others' perspective? According to the famous philosopher Aristotle, there were three types of doctors in Greek society: those mastering medical skills and were approved by the public as physicians, those studying in medical schools, and those with medical knowledge and practices but do other jobs for living. But how is that possible? Because in ancient Greek society, not only those studying medical and approved by the public could be doctors, all those with basic medical knowledge and practices could be too. But then, how were they, the physicians and the one with medical knowledge, distinguished from each other? The answer was the amount of wisdom they possessed. Aristotle reasoned that a physician would be able to explain why and how his treatment worked, while the others would not be capable of doing so as they do not have enough knowledge. This makes Aristotle's classification system a wisdom based one. Another philosopher, Plato, mentioned in his book Laws a different way of classification based on social hierarchy, which create two types of doctors: those who are free and those who are slaves. They only treat patients whose social status are similar to them, and free doctors are more informed in the medical field. This is explained that because slave doctors were previously prisoners of war, they are not allowed access to documents and records as much as the free are. So there are many similarities between the two philosophers' classification. 1. There were different types of doctors in ancient Greece. 2. There was no clear and strict medical certification system or council, but rather doctors were classified based on their wisdom and knowledge. 3. Anyone with medical knowledge and practices could be doctors, and those gaining more wisdom and fame would get more prestigious status compared to others. And just like modern medical shows, the Greek, especially those did not work in medical field, also love to express their thoughts on medicine through the media, especially in tragedies, as depicting the sufferings of the stricken works well in promoting sad feelings in the audiences. A common way of depicting symptoms of sickness in tragedies was eyes rolling, foam coming out of the mouth, and screaming crazily. All were similar to the ancient Greek documents about epilepsy, except the screaming part, as those with epilepsy cannot scream. But that's probably added by writers to make the scene more dramatic. This also showed that, unlike modern medical shows, there was not much difference between medical documents and medical depictions in media during the ancient Greek period. This could be another proof for the fact that non medical Greek people were aware of medical knowledge and possessed some levels of wisdom in this. However, physicians were still renowned and respected people among ancient Greek society and civilization.